Hi, I'm Jason Breach from the Axminster Skills Centre. I'm here to talk about one of our best-selling lathes, the 1416. It's such a versatile little machine. It's compact in its size, but big on its capacity. So that's why it makes it such a good seller. The overall length, 820mm, 32 inches. The height, from the stern to the top, 430, which is 17 inches. The depth, front to back, 13. So that's really compact. Weight-wise, up the stand, 41 kilos. So all adding up to quite a compact little lathe. Diameter we can turn is 14 inch, 350mm, 16 inches between centres, which is 400. So one of the best things about this little lathe is the digital display. This shows the RPM of the lathe, so it will only light up when power comes on. So I'll get to there, we've got our light, so you get an accurate idea of what you're running at. Coming up the headstock. It's all cast iron construction. The bearings are mounted either side. The lathe is 2 morse taper, 33 by 3.5 spindle. On the back, nice hand chrome wheels so we can turn things over. So you've got the option of working from there, not turning the work, a lot safer. On the back of the headstock, we have a locking bolt. We can open this. This reveals our pulleys. There's also another unique feature. You have these magnetic pins that will stick on the lathe, goes into the headstock. On the pulleys on the side here, they're numbered. There's 24 index holes. The pin, we can lift up, goes into the hole. We can turn the pulley round. Gently, it will lock it in place. Really secure. There's no movement here. We get our number we can work from, so we could just gently move things about. So you could use it for indexing on the lathe, maybe drilling a hole in an object. Very versatile for that. So to change the belt, we undo the locking lever. This allows us to lift the motor up. In the end here, there's a door. There's a little catch on the back. Pulls open. Inside is the pulleys. On the top, we come up the headstock. We can lift the lever up. I can move the belt over, so I can position it. Different ranges gives us more torque at slower speeds for bigger objects. Speed ranges. We have the option of going from 0 to 800, 0 to 1750, 0 to 3600. So there's a vast speed range within that. On the back, this box, this is the inverter box that controls the motor. Very precise. Good quality inverters are expensive to buy. This will control the speed beautifully. The motor is in underneath. It makes everything more compact, so the motor's right down here. So with it making it more compact, we're using less space. The variable speed is controlled with the inverter. This is a brushless motor, so it's quieter. We'll run the speed for you and show you that. To control the lathe, you have this speed box. This is beautifully magnetic, so we can put it anywhere, okay? So depending if you're right or left-handed, lots of different positions I can move it about, okay? We have a red and green button. So green is go, red stop, that's quite easy. Forward and reverse, so you can put the lathe in a reverse switch so you can use it for sanding. Things like the faceplate have locking screws on. If you're left-handed, you might even use it for that option. Below that, we have a dial that controls the speed of the lathe. So we'll show you that in a sec with the variable speed we're running. But we can dial this up and down, change the speed. As much as you have pulley change and the belt change like that, and the variable speed on the dial, actually you can get more torque out the motor. So it's important to use a mixture of the two. To our speed control box, we've got our dial. We'll take that down, turn the lathe on. Gently dial this up. Now, this gives you a guide of the speed we're running at. So 1200 RPM, gently come up. Beautifully quiet as a lathe, not a lot of noise off this. This is on the high range, so we can take the speed right up. So just over 3000, take the dial back down. The dial we can position anywhere, we can turn it off anywhere. We don't have to drop it back down on the scale. So with the cast iron, the beds are all accurately ground. Everything is so smooth to move just back and forward, partly due to the fact of how this is all done. Nice and flat, nice and clean in between, makes that easy to move and lock off. On the tailstock end is the carry handle, so it makes it portable so you can pick it up. Above there, there's a step, and then the 2 bolt holes. That allows us to bolt on the bed extension so you can make the lathe longer. You can actually bolt it on and get 1 metre between centres, so it increases the length a lot more. On the end of the lathe, we have our cast iron section. Got this fixed section in here, beautifully done. Little support bars down in between. Well engineered as a lathe bed. Again, that smooth operation comes back through. That cast iron absorbs all that vibration, helps dampen it down while adding lots of strength. With our tailstock centre in here, we can wind the tailstock back. There's a self-ejection pin, so when we come back far enough, it will push that centre out for us. So it makes it easy to take the centres in and out. We need to make sure we're far enough forward to engage that. There is 40 mils worth of travel as we wind this forward. So lots of movement there. We can come back, we'll take the centre back out. The banjo for the lathe, cam lock lever. So you push down, push it up, releases it, we can move it. This is all cast iron. So again, more strength. Lock it in place single-handed. Beautiful to use. I love the fact this moves up and down without any effort. Lock off. The locking handle here is metal, not plastic. The stem is 1 inch diameter. Quite unusual for a lathe this size. Normally, you'd expect to find something a lot smaller. By having a bigger stem, we've increased the strength for the tool rest, so a lot more versatile. So that's 1 inch. We can lock the lever, move things along, lock it off. Very easy to use. Like I say, I love the fact one-handed in operation. So on the lathe now, we've got a 14-inch bowl blank, so it gives you the scope of how big a diameter we can do. The tool rest is 6 inch long here, so it's quite a large size for such a small, compact lathe. Maybe that's why it makes it such a good seller. Use these a lot at club demos, which was reassuring from my point of view because it's something that I know and I can trust when I get there to do a club demo. So it gives you an idea of how large a thing we can put on such a small lathe. One of the other nice features we have here, we've got the chrome hand wheel in the middle. The headstock is hollow all the way through, so basically you can probably see if I move my hand how the light changes. Most people say that's just for the knockout bar to knock the drive centres out. We can actually use that as a feature, so you can see the hole. Let's get you around the front and I'll show you where I use it. So that hollow headstock, we use something like the Junior Chuck. We can screw this on, up to there. This has adjustable collets, so if I go with something like some dowel, this is 8mm. I can feed it through the back, select how much I want out, tighten the collet up, maybe bring the tailstock up, but I can actually turn whatever lengths I want and just feed them back through the collet. So that hollow headstock allows us to keep the long length, do our little bit of work, part it off, do the next bit, feed through. Likewise, if you're not using just round stuff, we can use square material. So the maximum hole down the centre here is 10mm. We can feed that through, we could grip that in our 4-jaw chuck, maybe to make chopsticks or something. I use it to do my wooden stalks for my fruit. So very versatile and a hidden little secret that most people don't use. Some of the standard kit that comes with the lathe, you obviously get 6-inch tool rest, spanner to remove the 3-inch faceplate. So this locks on, 2 locking screws, the knockout bar, the Axminster centres, so we have a 1-inch 4-prong drive and a standard revolving centre. That's all the basic kit. Now with the lathe, you can obviously buy a few accessories that go with it. Make it a bit more versatile or change your setup. So we do a stand which you can mount it on. On the bottom of the stand down here we have a wheel base, adjustable feet, you can drag it along. There is storage for your turning tools, okay? Other things you can get, we've already said there's a bed extension, so we can move our tailstock, we can extend it right out, okay? This gives us now a metre between centres. One of the problems we know we've then had from customers saying the 6-inch tool rest is a little bit small. So there is a 14-inch one that will also fit in, work just as well. So again, that's an optional extra. Again, a remote switch we can put anywhere, hence the fact the umbilical cord to link that all through. So the bed extension will come off, the extra foot, again, if you're going to go with a bed extension, probably want the extra leg.